So here is my new case from a Pixel. Here's my old one. The reason I got this case is because I needed a case that was thinner for my what is it? Q charger, Kai charger. I don't know what, I can't remember what the name they call these things, but I just call this induction. Yeah, this one's thin. Obviously, this one's too thick. It was getting in the way, and I put on this stand or whatever, this kickstand, to give it support when I need to film, and it's too big to sit on it, too big to get a fast, desirable charge out of it. These are adhesive tape. I got this to stick cooling fins onto that hub and any other thing I need. I have no idea what this is. This is aluminum. Oh, these are the fins. I'll open them right now. These are the fins. These are the more adhesive pads. Adhesive pads are, adhesive is just a fancy word for glue or sticky. And the pads are just pads. So they provide like a soft buffering, or they stick to things and they cushion, etc., etc. They have a lot of uses. I mean, stuff like this around is really nice. I like to build stuff and make my own adjustments to things. So having tools like these saves so much frustration and time. Usually you can get these products from like from stuff like mounts, Visa mounts, and like monitor stands, and they always come with that too. But you don't always get what you want. You don't always get what you need. You don't. Here, this is what I got. I'm not sure where I put it, but I have a bag of things where I just put whatever, and all that right there. They're on my shelf. I just organized everything, so I'm still learning the layout. I'm still trying to memorize the layout. Yeah. So I have these pads from other items, but I bought these extra pads and these adhesive fins. Pads aren't the best at conducting heat. That's why I got double-sided acrylic tape. Foam is foamy, has air particles, and air is a bad conductor. Anything foamy is, yeah. So introducing air to a material is one way of reducing its conductivity, heat conductivity. So these are cooling fins. The reason why, again, I notice whenever I buy cooling fins for any other products, they always use foamy pads. And I know those pads are terrible conductors. So I decided to get double-sided tape. Hopefully this solves my USB-C overheating problem. I can't plug that many things. I don't actually care about power. I just want everything plugged in so I don't have to worry about it and keep adjusting and pushing and everything around. So this is aluminum. Alright, this is the softest metal possible. Adhesive tape. My USB-C hub with everything detached. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this, put tape on it, double-sided tape on it, and put it on here. This should greatly increase its cooling capabilities. This is how I'm gonna do it. Oh shit. Yeah, it's kind of sticky. Yeah. But I'm gonna take this, put it on like this. I wish I knew which way the board was sitting on the enclosure, but I can't tell like this. I have no idea how it's housed. I guess I could plug it in, let it heat up, and see which part is... Yeah, I should do that first. I should check which part's the hottest. Here we go. Okay, everything's plugged in except for a VGA cable. Yeah, everything is being used basically except for the VGA port. Yeah. I actually suspect the bottom right now is where the board is touching the case. Basically, there's obviously a green board, right, where all the circuitry, the resistor, the components are attached to. It should be sitting on one of these faces, the top or the bottom. I think it should be on the bottom. Like I can't tell based on just looking at the connectors. Yeah, so there's no need to use a thermometer or heat sensor you can just tell by touching it that the bottom is a lot hotter than the top. So obviously everything is kind of connected into one piece by the outer enclosure, the outer piece. So obviously heat goes from here, goes up to here. But most of the heat is being dissipated at the base of this face, the bottom part right now. That's good to know. This is the label, so it's good to know that the base is connected to the standards included in this hub. Here it is. So I just took the tape and I just stuck it to the back, squished out any air bubbles, and I put it closer to where the cable is because that's where I noticed most of the heat was. It's not even, that's fine. Wasn't taking that seriously. Yeah, it's still touching the flat face of this face right here, this flat face. This should greatly increase its cooling capabilities. I forgot, this isn't the material that I was hoping it to be, but that's okay. I've never bought double-sided tape before, and I've definitely never worked with such soft acrylic material before. But it's good to have around. I was hoping for just regular tape. Like, do I have any regular tape? You know those masking tape? They're really thin piece. It's really sticky on both sides. I've seen those before, but I don't know where to buy those. I regret not going to the hardware store. That's okay. I got these on Amazon, so it's fine. I don't have to leave the house. Yeah. The material is a lot thicker than I'd hope it to be. Well, I can show it next time. That's fine. I have other uses for it. A lot of the stuff I will probably create a lot of heat, you know. Put some fins on it just for fun. Just, you know, show off my understanding of applied science. I had no idea my USB-C hub could power up a monitor based on the power of my Chromebook. Well, let me log in. Yeah, cool. There's no power delivery. Right here, this is the power delivery cable. I already see the potential for putting in a fan, a little small fan like here and here, really miniature ones, and then maybe plug it in with make it USB Type A powered with one of these ports to help cool it. Oh yeah, the reason why I put fins on the bottom as opposed to the top is because I want to. This is my portable USB-C hub. The one with all the big functionalities that got I/O ports that I need. So it's not always gonna sit flatly wherever I'm working. I might hang it on somewhere, so I need to be able to cool it without it having to be sitting flat on any flat surface to dissipate heat. That's why. That's okay. So this is not the optimal method for cooling it. I'm just using this one temporary because this one, as of now, works the best with my Chromebook and my gaming laptop. This is the one I'm going to be using once my new Chromebook comes in. My Chromebook Pixelbook Go. This is the one that I'll be using. I won't be tampering it. It's just going to sit here with VGA, HDMI, all that stuff. SC, USB from USB 2.0 for my mouse and keyboard. Two USB hosts, transfers, power delivery. Yeah, this is the one I'm using. I also got this one in particular because it has an enclosure. So this one always has data. I'm gonna partition the data here in this enclosure to have space for maybe a Chrome. What was that? Chrome OS Flex or another lightweight Linux distribution. So I'll probably do like 50 gigabytes for the OS and then the rest for the storage. I forgot what I got. I got 256. Oh, sorry, 256 gigabytes. That's more than enough than what I need. I have a bunch of enclosures here already for whatever purposes I need. So this is an old HDD and I forgot the small form factor. Another one in this form factor in here. Here's HDDs. Old HDD drives. I have my NVMe drive. I don't know where it is though. Let me look for it. BM key. M.2 SATA 3 SSD 256. It's gonna sit there. I have to partition. I have to put Ubuntu on it. I need my gaming laptop to mess around with it. But yeah. So yeah, so you gotta be careful with communication protocols. So I looked at the box more closely. And host 1, I was trying to plug into host 2, my Chromebook, and I think I was having issues because of that. So here you can see USB-C input display port 1.4 and display port 3.1. So the 1 indicates version 1, and then the 3 indicates version 3. So there should be some compatibility, but if they really were compatible, it would be 1.4 and 1.5. 1.4 should always be compatible with 1.5. That's usually how it does it. I've seen some standards that don't follow this kind of methodology, but yeah, there should 3.0 and 1.4 should be really different. I don't know what DisplayPort is. I just know it's for sending out external video outputs like this. 2 of them. Yeah. So I'll have to check that later. Oh yeah, it's host 1, host 2. There we go. USB 3.2, Gen 2, 1.4.3. The more stuff that's crammed into a USB-C port, you can expect more fiddling around with like physically moving the cables around trying to plug it in. It's because the processor has to figure out how to distribute the signals, the channels within the USB-C ports, and has to figure out how to process them. That's why combining them isn't always the greatest idea. Yeah. So it feels better. It's warming better. It's staying cooler better, I mean. And so this little piece right here is kind of bothering me. So I might put one of the fins, might mark it, right, to fit here. Just a little, right at the center. And then yeah, I don't have anything to cut it. My dad works with wood. We don't cut metal. Maybe I can do it at Linkera. So I noticed much better stability. Haven't had any flickering. Everything's plugged in. Every port except for VGA and one TF card is being used. I can plug in a VGA. I think I have a card here or something. That's fine. I'll check it out later. See right here, you can see all my drives plugged in. That's exactly why I got this. I use drive for different reasons. I plan on setting up a network soon, learning network, so I can put up a server for me to pull books and whatever whenever I need it without putting it on without putting a local copy on my machine, because I like to use multiple machines. So having a master copy, being able to upload and pull and push, there we go, whatever version I want onto my network and pull it, kind of like my own cloud service. The reason I'm using my own cloud service because I want to be secure. I want to be careful with my stuff. I don't want to put everything on Google Drive. My Google Drive is for personal use. Yeah. Oh, this folders and recording. Fame, documents, website. I have websites too. I haven't touched them in a long time. But yeah, I'm just talking and showing you. There's no flickering. 2 HDMI outputs being used. I plug in another one. I use the VGA, but my Chromebook doesn't support. Doesn't support 3 monitors. The CPU is not capable of it. I have an external monitor right here I could use. Yeah. So this Chromecast, I've been trying to experiment with it last night. I couldn't do what I want with it. It doesn't work as a HDMI or USB 2.0 or 3.0 to act as another monitor through software. I couldn't get it to work, so I had to master Chromecasting and casting to it. That's okay. That's a new technology I will learn to use. That's simple. That anyone can use as long as they know how to use it for the right price. I mean, like, not like greedy, but you know. You have to pay people to get stuff done. No flickering. Oh man, I'm really impressed. This is much better. The fins help so much. So the reason why adding extra fins help is because it's twofold. It increases the amount of material that can hold on to heat, and as well as increases the surface area for which heat can dissipate into the air. Right, so obviously it's sitting flat onto the table, so the table is dissipating heat. This is wood. Wood isn't the best conductor, but if I really wanted to increase its conductivity even further, I'd put in a small slab, like aluminum. The bigger the better, right? Because it's about holding heat. Yeah. The reason why I don't put this on the bottom is because I want air to flow, circulate through it. Yeah. This is much better. Still talking, no flickering, no problems. Not doing anything, but it's better than nothing. I'm really impressed with this. Next up is this, once the Google Pixel Book comes.